Shalom. This is Mary Omni from the World Government House of King David, Holy Covenant Constitutional Enforcer. This is a Republic Notice. The title of this Republic Notice is called Stand Your Ground Law Nullified by Stevie Wonder. Stand Your Ground Law Nullified by Stevie Wonder. The Stand Your Ground Act of Law, it's an act of law, was preemptively nullified by the 15th Amendment New Jerusalem wall holder Stevie Wonder. He said that law must be changed, which means that he spoke and he stood up for his 15th Amendment and he preemptively nullified. For he is the 15th Amendment. He's the New Jerusalem wall. And if he said that law is a no-go, then it's preemptively nullified by constitutionality. Now, I asked Florida and I asked all the other states to prove I'm wrong by proving that act supersedes the 15th Amendment. Prove I'm wrong that Stevie Wonder didn't preemptively nullify that by him being a 15th Amendment. And what is the 15th Amendment? It's the black man's built-in automated supreme vote of non-consent supremacy. Okay? It's just that simple. It's the black man built-in automatic constitutionally supreme vote of non-consent supremacy. Stevie Wonder said he non-consented the law. He non-consented the act because he has a right to, because see, Stevie Wonder is the New Jerusalem wall. And any act done on his soil by his mule, because he governs the mule also. The mule is the U.S. corporate mule. And all these acts are in this so-called cubicle of what they call state rights. But see, you can't be a foreign alien and have state rights. You have to be a constitutional citizen to have state rights. The state don't have no right without the constitutionality of the citizen that is expressing that right. So state rights is a myth outside of black people. State rights is a fable outside of black constitutional citizens, as they are the dual citizens of any state they reside in, and they are the national constitutional citizens in the Constitution. Okay? Now, we do have people of several states, that are not national dual citizen. They are citizens of several states. And the citizens of several states would be those citizens born from black women that are not fully black. For instance, Diana Ross children would be the citizens of several states. They wouldn't be the national citizens, because to be the national citizens, you would have to be the 15th and original 14th, which is the black man and the black woman. They're the only ones that can make national constitutional citizens. That is also a citizen of the state. But then we have citizen of several states, which would be people like Diana Ross, mixed children, and people like Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro is a citizen of several states behind the fact that he fathered a child with a Judah woman, and him and that Judah woman is a cohesive in partnership in the Constitution, because his child is born under constitutionality. Robert De Niro's child is born under constitutionality. He's not born under incorporate doctrine. So that makes his father a statesman that's committed to the Judah woman and his child. So Robert De Niro would be one of them of several states, okay? Like President Obama, he would be a citizen of several states because he's not black American traditional constitutional. He married a constitutional citizen and has children with her, so he's a citizen of several states, which means he's a real citizen of the state he reside in, Washington, D.C. Okay? So, so this state's rights is a fable unless you have a citizen in it of several states or you have a constitutional citizen in it. The land doesn't have any rights outside of those who the land is contracted to, and that's Black Americans. So, this smoke and mirrors and this, fable that the globalists gave these drones of global, of larceny and embezzlement, and they're the drones that keep this global larceny and embezzlement going when they want to talk about states' rights and stand your ground laws. This is them covering themselves with the globalists fighting the constitutionality. See, these are the other masses of evil that the globalists have engineered themselves off of. See, they needed a mass root of evil, and that mass root of evil is these people calling themselves states' rights and stand your ground laws and all this stuff, and they think if they could just pile mountains of dung of their nonsense on top of the Constitution and block the constitutional citizens, then their liaison and affair with the globalists will stay in place. While they claim and point a finger that the globalists is doing the dirty work, but they're the dirtiest that they come. You have all these aliens claiming states' rights and gun rights, and these alien residents claiming all these rights that was never afforded to them. Like King Jesus said, he won't even know most of these people. The Constitution don't know these people, okay? The Constitution had the blood of King Jesus. You cannot call yourself serving the Constitution and then you need a stand your ground law. So stand your ground means that you are consenting that you have no land rights. See, you wouldn't have to stand your ground if you had land rights. See, that's an act, a proof that you have no land rights whatsoever. So Stevie Wonder, who has the land rights and contracted with land, preemptively nullifies you by constitutionality in the stand your ground laws. It's preemptively nullified. It's not nothing to fight over. You can suck the globalist phallus all you want to and pretend you have something, but you have nothing to fight over. That law is preemptively nullified. You're just criminals. You're criminals. And guess what? It's going to be people in the soil to deal with your criminals. We're going to see how much you stand your ground when you meet your match. When you meet your match of criminality, we're going to see how much you stand your ground that you don't have. That ground going to open up because you ain't got it. It's going to open up and it's going to swallow you because you claiming that that's supposed to give you the right to shoot a constitutional citizen. Okay? See, you can't get no more anti-constitutional than that. That a Stand Your Ground Act gives you the right to kill a citizen of the constitutional republic and walk away. See, you cannot get no more anti-American than that. And then the hypocrisy of claiming you're a patriot under that shows that you are the evil mass that must be dealt with. You must be dealt with by the cosmic. The cosmic going to deal with you because you have no spiritual solvency left. You have no you have nothing but karma due to you because you have tread the holy blood, and then you have tried to point fingers at a globalist elite who outsmarted you, outsmarted your mass. See, you thought you was going to get over on blacks forever. Now you're finding out they're in a supreme contract and you're using any old kind of thing within your little cubicles that you're squatting in or states on somebody else's rights and properties. You're using any kind of thing to cover it up with your dung. You're like dogs who kind of scrape dirt over your dung to cover it up. All you do is scrape dirt over your dung. But the walking dung is seen by the cosmic, and more so it will be seen by these cosmic demons that's getting ready to be released. They will know you to walking dung because a lot of you will start looking like the zombies you are, and a lot of you are just ripe for Satan to go ahead and claim you because you are unredeemable. You are unredeemable. You had many warnings. You had President Kennedy head blown off. You had Dr. King as a warning. You had warning on top of warning on top of warning. But you insist on trampling the blood of the constitutional, revolutionary, Civil War soldiers, signers, saints, captives, and natives. You insist on trampling the blood for immediacy, gratification, just like Esau. You insist that you're privileged just because you're white. Well, we're going to see, because the sun don't see you as privileged. A lot of you getting melanoma sores, because that sun don't see that privilege that you see. And just as you getting melanoma sores, that is the truth of you. Your skin will not hold up as any kind of truth in this cosmic or in this new earth love light. And therefore, the law of stand your ground was never law. It was constitutional infringement, trampling, and the desecration of our holy covenant by some evil masses squatting in states without any land rights, so they pretend and they live in the fable of rights and hoping that the globalists will hold up their fable and the bankers will hold up their fable long enough just for them to steal a little more. But your children will face the karma of all the carnage you have done. This is Mary Omni from the House of King David. Shalom.